I'll show you hellish hate.
Whatever you got, I've seen worse.
Hey guys, 5-minute figure reviews here. So today on the show we'll be taking a look at the Hellboy 1/12 scale figure by 1000 Toys. So this is a figure that I was kind of apprehensive getting because it had a reasonably high price tag from a company that I've never bought from before. But pleasantly surprised with this figure. In fact, can't stop playing with it. It's such an interesting design. Obviously the Hellboy design is so iconic, plus with the combination of the soft goods fabric, you've got a sort of rubber torso, the hard plastics, as well as some really interesting articulation and engineering decisions. Makes for a really interesting figure. So we'll take a look at the figure up close. So as you can see, the head sculpt looks exactly like the comic pretty much. He looks really sort of just straight out of off the pages of the comic. I don't know what more to say. There's some really nice detailing, I don't even know what they've done. They've painted bits of it, sort of gives him a kind of he looks like brick or something like stone or something like that, which looks really cool. The coat that he comes with has wire around the edges of it and in the collar, so you can give him some sort of windswept look, which is really nice. I like when figures do that. You've got a rubber torso, which is quite unique. I know Storm Collectibles does that. He's got a little patch there, which looks really nice. The fabric's quite a good sturdy fabric, which is good. So I've just pulled his arm off. You can see the right hand of Doom, or the fist of Doom. I can't remember what it's called. Interesting engineering on this. It's I don't know what you call it, a ball and cup design, which I've never come across before. Pretty interesting. It just pops on there, and it works really well. Again, this here is a really cool design. So as it stands, it can only go less than 90, but then you've got an extra cut in the glove which is hidden, and it works really well. I thought that was a really cool thing. I've never come across that before. Yeah, really awesome. The hands on all my words are mucking up today. The hands on a dumbbell joint sort of thing. You've got all the fingers are articulated. Whoops, which very cool. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Yeah, really awesome. So the upper arm is also a rubber, so be aware of that. The fingers themselves are all just hard plastic. So here he is with his jacket off, which really awesome. It's really cool piece. Highly impressed by it. I just love all the little paint details on this figure that at a glance you might not pick up on, but it just really gives the figure depth to it, which I really appreciate. And yeah, the head sculpt is just really nice. The tail itself is a rubber piece, as well as the bits above the boots, sort of on his calves, that's sort of a rubbery piece, and the belt itself is kind of rubbery, sort of. But again, you can't tell the difference between the hard plastic and the rubber at a glance, which is kind of cool. Yeah, this figure is so cool. I don't know if I can get that across in this video, but he's just really awesome. You've got the little holster there, which I'm having trouble getting the gun out, but once it's out, you can see nice sort of metallic paint there on the barrel. Again, a very simple design, but just like the comics, so it doesn't have to be anything too complex. So we'll look at the articulation. So the neck is on a cup and ball socket like the shoulders, which I've never come across like that. It's a very unique design, which makes the figure quite a lot of fun to muck around with. And that just pops on with a nice satisfying pop, so you know it's in place. I really like this sort of rubber design. the fact that you can lift the shoulder up like that and the sculpt doesn't get broken. Very unique. Never come across it before. I think it's a really cool design, and all the joints feel really firm. That's something else with this figure. It feels really premium and just well made. Everything feels firm. Doesn't feel like it's going to get like loose over time. You really feel like you've got your money's worth. I love that the shoulder sculpt isn't broken at all. I think that's just a really quite an ingenious way of doing it. Also, the rubber doesn't sacrifice any articulation. You've got the double hinged elbows, you've got the bicep swivel. He's got an incredible range of motion, actually. I'm quite impressed. Perhaps the downside is the ab crunch isn't fantastic, but it is there. It's sort of like a ratchet joint inside the torso. You can see it kind of lifts up there. Just got to push it back down. But yeah, the rubber itself also feels quite durable. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or, rip over time. It feels very, very sturdy. So we've got a mid-thigh cut there. Double hinge knees. Looks a little bit funny there with the kneecap sort of just poking out, but, it does the job. So, yeah, it's fine. Like I said before, all the joints feel really firm. They feel solid. And also, even though he's got tiny little hooves, or hooves, depending on how you want to pronounce it, he stands up fine. Perhaps the tail's aiding with that, I'm not sure. It kind of is, but he's really well balanced. There's the soft rubber tail. Even the Hand of Doom itself, you'd think might throw off the balance, but it's sort of like I think it's because it's a lighter plastic, it doesn't make him overbalanced on one side, which is pretty considerate of them to think about the shelf, his potential for a shelf dive. Really good wrist articulation. I did have quite a bit of trouble getting the hands on and off, so be very careful. You don't want to break that joint. I think that could be an issue, potentially. So he's got a lot of nice detailing on the belt there. He's got like a little cross with an actual metal chain there, which is nice. I love this head sculpt. I think it looks fantastic. He's got quite a good range of motion. Pops off, and you've got the other head, which is sort of him gritting his teeth. Quite an iconic look, and the horns just slot in there. I know there was an exclusive version that came with big horns, but I didn't get that one. Obviously, you can see he's got a gun holding hand, which looks cool. He also comes with a fist, which is nicely painted, some nice shading around there. And a open hand. He's sort of got an open, relaxed hand and an open kind of grasping hand. Pretty similar. So a quick size comparison there with Gogeta and Black Panther and Broly. So he's quite a decent sized figure. Look out for reviews for these two coming soon. But yeah, he's pretty nice. Like, he's got a good heft to him. He's quite he's got a lot of character. I think this is well worth your time and money to buy. He's possibly one of the best Hellboy figures released. I haven't really seen many, but just judging by what I've seen online, this looks like it could be a top 5 sort of figure. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Have you got this figure? Are you thinking of buying it? And yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.